Hey. So, I have I've embarked. I've embarked on a project. I decided in like November, December-ish of last year that for Christmas this year, 2025, I will be gifting everyone in my family a Muppet style puppet of themselves. And so I have bought this very cheap camcorder in an attempt to document this process because I think it's going to be really funny. And also because I'm giving away all the Muppets as gifts. There's 9 of them, include because obviously I'm making one for myself as well. But that's going to be the last one that I make in case I don't finish the others in time. But yes, so I'm becoming a Muppeteer. And today I went to, okay, it's February 27th. So I have time. My goal was kind of like, sorry, I really don't know how to use this recorder. My goal was kind of one Muppet a month, but then I was out of town for like an entire month. For like most of January, I was gone. Um, but yeah, I'm about to graduate college, and so I'm about to be done with school and just working like one and a half part-time jobs. So like, what else am I gonna do with my life other than make Muppets? So yeah, yeah. Let me show you the materials we have so far. Hold on, I don't know how to stop the recording. Oh my god, it's that button. So I don't have a tripod, so this is gonna be filmed a little bit like a horror movie, I think, but I think that adds to it. So I have, sorry, let me get in frame. No, it's reversed. Okay, so I have, when I say I have embarked, I meant that very gently. Here's what I have so far done. I have I have one mouth plate with a handle. Okay, right. It's gonna be really good. It's gonna be. Can't you just see the vision? Oh my god. Okay, this is for my stepsisters, and then this. I have one mouth plate with no handle, and this horrifying. I'm trying to go for like a Fraggle Rock kind of thing. It's so scary. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe felt will help. Really, glue is going to be helpful. I just got glue today. This has been okay. Glue and an SD card for this camera has literally been what's stopping me. So I got both of these things today, and I'm like fucking ready. I'm so hyped. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to show you my first two Muppets. So I'm making my step siblings first because I don't know. You have to start somewhere, and I've never made a Muppet before. I don't. Maybe that's important context. But anyway, the first one, the like Fraggle Rock looking one, is gonna be this lovely green felt that I bought at the secondhand craft store. And then I'm thinking of doing all of their mouths, like the inside of their mouths, like just a slightly darker color. So I got this like dark green felt and then this brown. I'm kind of thinking of just like using brown instead of black for everything. I think that's gonna be good. Um, so that's for Owens. And then this, wow, okay, sorry, there's a lot of stuff in my sewing bin right now that's not Muppet related. Um, so I am also, like, I think it's part of the Muppet journey to take you all through, like, making the other things. Like, I have a romper I'm gonna make, and then I have this dress that I have to make, like, 3 sizes bigger. But I think I can do that. I don't think that'll be that hard. I know it won't. Anyway, and then I have this, like, cute, fleecy pink felt. It's, like, baby pink for my stepsister's Muppet. And then this is gonna be her hair. I'm going for like a Janice vibe for her. I feel like that fits her, like Janice in like a cute little top. And then this is my Fraggle hair. I'm so excited about this. Look at how crazy that is. Sorry. Is that in focus? I'm so fucking excited about this. I've been like, I cannot draw this Muppet in a way that doesn't look like terrifying. So we'll see how that goes. But then for this one, I have like a burgundy and then the same brown for the mouth. And I don't know. Well, hers is gonna be easy for eyes because I'll just do like brown closed eyes because it's gonna kind of look like Janice. I don't know what I'm doing for Fraggle eyes, but we'll get there. I'm thinking I'll sculpt them or like buy ping pong balls. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, that's what we're working with so far. So when I say embarked, I mean I've thought about it a lot. I haven't done that much. But now I can because I have all the supplies that I need. And I have this. Yeah. I expect that like things are gonna get really off track here quite quickly. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Look with the mouth colored in. This this is working. I need to like fold this down, but first I need the glue to dry so that the felt doesn't slide around. And then I carved out a little bit more of the head. Wait. Okay, like do you see the vision? I think it's gonna be good. I really need the E6000 to dry though because oh my god, the smell. Okay. This as the shape. This is good. This is good. This is what my mouths are gonna look like. I have this like clamped in place. I really need to. I almost when I was at Joann's, I almost got a hot glue gun because it was like $6. Wow, the light. Okay, but I'm kind of debating on whether I should get a hot glue gun because having to clamp down the E6000 is really annoying. But I can't do that today, even though I really want to. I'm not. I'm just gonna work with what I have. Okay, I've run into an issue, which is that the resting like position of the mouth is open. It's fine if you hold it closed, but I think when it's like a puppet and it's just like laying around, its mouth is gonna be kind of open. So for the next mouth plate that I do, instead of it being one piece of cardboard, I think I'll cut like here and leave like a little gap so that the felt has room. I could go back and fix these because honestly the E6000 is like, oh sorry, I just had my foot in a puddle of glue. The E6000 is not like that, it's not attaching to the felt super well, so I could probably peel it off, but I just don't want to. These are the first ones. I knew they were gonna be a little awkward, but yeah, that's my update. It's so freaking cute with the heart. Oh my god. Okay, I've had a crazy Muppet slump. It is now April. My goal was by the end of March to have 3 Muppets done. Okay, so that's fine. My camera died. I don't know if the last shot even saved. So I should have been vlogging this, but it was charging. So I have some updates. Oh fuck. Hold on. We're too deep into that now. So I have her. I'm stuffing the arms right now. Wait, hold on. Let me show you. The back of the head is still open. Okay, wait. Wait, look at her. Look at her. Oh my god. Okay, so obviously that needs to be closed up, but then I just need to hem the bottom and make her shirt and put her face on and her hair. I'm so excited for. Sorry, I just realized my eyes weren't in the frame. I have this beautiful yarn, which I definitely have shown the camera already, but I'm very excited about it. Yeah, this is going better than the other one. The other one I've been like working with a lot, and it's just been tabled because I'm kind of frustrated. I don't like how lumpy it is. I don't know. So this one we'll come back to eventually, but the pink one is going much better so far. So those are my updates for now. I'm going for more of like a stuffed animal vibe here, like I'm literally stuffing it, as opposed to this one I carved out of foam. And I think I like the stuffed animal one better, and also it makes making sewing patterns easier, and it's just not so lumpy, like, I don't know. The texture, or the pattern on that fabric is definitely not helping, so, yeah, okay, I'm gonna keep stuffing this, and then figure out how to close up the back of the head. Exciting stuff, we're making the hair. So, I made this little, like, scalp piece, and then I drew, like, the part lines on it, so I'm gonna do one layer like this going all the way down, and that'll be like the hair that's falling down, and then this is like the middle part on the front, and then I think I'm gonna end up going along here and also doing like a flip, but we'll see how this goes, y'all. Oh my god, Oh my god, I love her. Like, okay, is she a little up looking? Like, yes, but oh my god, I cannot use this camera. She's a little. Oh my god, I love her. I definitely need to color in her lips and obviously give her clothes because I'm so sorry, my love. That is just. I mean, it's unacceptable. She's naked. Um, and I still need to hem the bottom, but. I have someone I want to introduce you to. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love your hair. What? My mom is coming to visit me, and the Muppet station is getting out of hand. She's gonna be here in an hour, so I'm gonna reorganize my craft supply little corner. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. It's it's really not my best. I have set out my stuff for my next Muppet, and I went to Joann's today. Oh my god, I like picked over the bones of a Joann's fabric. It was so sad. But I think I'm gonna use this for the eyes on like the ones that need 3D eyes. They're these pom-poms with like beads running through them. I think that'll be really fun. And then I can like cut out little circles of black felt and make pupils. And then I got felt for like the mouth of I think all of the Muppets I'm gonna need. So yeah. But I just need to reorganize this because it's literally a disaster. And it's like I'm watching Riverdale, sorry. Half of this is like that's just Easter candy and like this like creature which is not a part of the sewing spot. All this to say, I'm gonna organize it really quick. Slowly but surely, I am making progress on this green guy. I fixed the back panel, and you'll see something very exciting, which is that he has eyes. Okay, and they're on beads, so like, oh fuck. Sorry, I have to do this with one hand. You can like move them. So he does have the ability to like look straight ahead. I just think it's funny to like fuck up the eyes a lot. I don't know, you guys, I'm not a puppet expert, but I added this back panel so that I can like attach a body to him. I love him. And he still needs hair. I didn't forget that he needs hair. Anyway, and then I made this is like my brother's girlfriend's. So it's gonna be this like minky purple, and then this is the mouth. Ah, it's so cute. I feel like the purple's really not reading on camera, but I'm very excited about the purple Muppet. And she has really fun hair. Also, this is gonna be her hair. And oh my god, her clothes is gonna be made out of this scarf that I thrifted. Oh, I'm so excited, you guys. It's gonna be legendary. One more like layer that I think I'm gonna have to add to this project is I think I'm gonna have to start dyeing fabric, um, which I'm not thrilled about. I really dislike dyeing fabric because I rent and it just feels like I'm like throwing away my security deposit whenever I have to dye fabric. And also it takes just forever and I don't like doing it. But because of Joann's going out of business, God rest her soul. Um, they're selling like really good like Muppet fabric, like the fleece. They're selling the good Muppet fleece, but it's a 2 yard minimum. And so it's like, girl, for someone who's going out of business, Joann's is really keeping those prices. Because it's literally still like $30 for 2 yards of fabric that you're making me buy 2 yards of because you're going out of business. So anyway, in an act of protest, we'll say, I have to start dyeing fabric. But that means I can go to Joann's to buy fabric dye while they're going out of business. But I probably should take a little bit of a Muppet hiatus for like the next 3 days because I have a lot of school stuff to get done. I don't know what you're thinking, like, oh, Phoebe, you said you were done with school. Well, that's not entirely true. I still have a final project and presentation and art show. And today I need to go and get everything framed for 2 days from now. So what I mean is I'm going to go to the thrift store and hope I find a frame that fits my stuff. Okay, I think I've just come up with a really good idea, and I'm filming this because I think I'm gonna want to look back and see how I did this. So, okay. Oh my god. Anyway, here's what I have so far. This is definitely the best out of all of them. But I think I'm gonna make like this bottom like lower jaw. I think that's like the hinge point that everything connects to, because I gave it like a cover, like there's like a layer there basically to stop the stuffing from getting like on your hand, so you have a little pocket for yourself. But so I haven't done the one of these on the bottom for any of the other Muppets yet. So I did on this one, and I realized then you can pin the bottom jaw fabric to that, and then like that'll be such an easy, I don't know if you can like tell, but for the body it'll be like a really easy scoop neck versus what I have over in the other ones. I was doing like a tube that attaches onto like not a circle, but this I can do like scoop neck, and then in the back, well, I should just make the head longer next time, then I can do the head ending in that pattern, and then the torso will be so much easier to attach. So I think my next step is to basically make a pattern piece that fakes that, but I don't think that'll be that hard. So let's go. This minky fabric is so cute. It's so annoying to work with, but every time I cut out a piece, like, it's so adorable. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So do not worry, I was not getting off task. I was making the arms because they were the next part I needed to make. I just made this back part all one piece, so I'm really on track and good, and I'm not procrastinating anything. Front looks so good. The back, low-key, a little jank. But that's okay, I'm gonna fix it, and I'm gonna add more stuffing so it's like round. There we go, let me zoom out. Plus, she's gonna have very beautiful hair, so the messed upness on the back of the head will be fine. Oh my god, and then she just needs the finishing details, which is the most fun part. We are getting to the best part, which is making the hair. So this is my little scalp that I've made, and I know what you're thinking. That looks terribly uneven. And it does, but once it's on the head, like, do you see how it follows the form? Because I'm just trying to get it to, like, just kind of grab this ugly seam, and then I'm going to glue it right there, so there will be, like, a thick layer of hair covering that. And then I think having, like, dense hair right there, sorry, I'm watching Riverdale, having, like, dense hair on the back is going to help kind of round out the shape of the head from the side. I think it's gonna be good. I think, and you know what, this shape of scalp just proves that it's made by hand with love. So this is the yarn I'm using. This and this. She's gonna have like a little two-tone thing going on. I'm very excited. The only problem is that I cannot find my tailor's chalk anywhere, and I fear it's a bit of a mess. Even the Muppet. So, I don't want to brag, but I think making wigs for Muppets might be my life's calling. I'm just so good at it. You fucking guys, you cannot tell me she doesn't look opulent. Oh my god. And I'm gonna trim it up too. I'm gonna give her some layers. And I have her hair, okay, it's just pinned right now. I need to glue it, but I have her hair so she can, oh. It's not secured yet. It's not glued yet. However, I have it so, like, she can flip her hair around and there's multiple parts. Okay, I braided her hair, partly because this is for my brother's girlfriend, and she braids her hair a lot. And partly to keep the yarn from getting tangled, because I know it likes to play. And I added this little panel to make her body a little longer, and then I gave her a poncho, and now, oh, you just need eyes. Oh my god. I think she just needs eyes, and then I think I'm gonna do like a literal button nose. I think that would be cute. I think that will be very fun. Okay, this is turning out so good. The other ones have honestly been really rocky. This is the first one that's been like good. I'm so excited. And I feel like I've been talking about Muppets forever, and this is literally the third one out of 9. I have so much ahead of me. Oh my god. I'm trying something new, and it's partly because I'm procrastinating putting the eyes on the purple Muppet. Um, but also because I think it would be fun, and why else am I making 10 Muppets if not to have fun? 9 Muppets, if not to have fun. So I have her, I'm trying to curl her hair. This is the pink one. You probably can't tell. But, because I feel like my stepsister always has her hair curled, and so I'm trying to see if I can get, like, kind of bouncy waves. So I have a hair straightener that's literally set to, like, 400 right now. Because this is cotton. I'm pretty sure, based on the way it feels, that this is cotton. And I've been doing some tests, and I don't think it's going to melt. I mean, it's a natural fiber, definitely. But I think I'm going to try to, like, wrap around this pencil, and I know that's going to give pretty tight curls, but I think since the yarn is so thick, that'll make a good curl. But honestly, there's a really good chance that this just doesn't work at all, and I'm about to waste, like, half an hour. But I don't know. I don't have work today. I finished Maddie's Muppet, and it's the best one so far. Like, it's, okay, it's only the second one that I've made, but it's the third one that I've started. I mean, you guys. I love, her arms are my favorite part. They're so cute. Oh my god, and the hair, like, okay, be nice to her. Oh. Hi, hi. She's so cute. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, this is the first one where I'm like, wait, I can do this. Which is good. I really need to finish that green one. It's just, fuck, it's looking at me right now. I'm halfway through a stitch right now, and a car is going by, and I haven't touched the Muppets in a couple months. It is now nearly July. I moved, and I'm making arms for my green Muppet. I'm back at it. I'm making Muppets again. Yeah, I need to finish this one. It's been like haunting me, and then I like don't have other colors of fabric, and so then I have to worry about buying fabric. But I moved, and so now I need to pay bills. So I got a new sewing machine. It's actually not new. It was my grandmother's, and I sewed on this a lot when I was in high school. This was the one that lived at my dad's house. But she runs so beautiful and fast and smooth, and I loved my old sewing machine, but she was starting to terrify me. So here we are, and it's a quilting machine, so it has like a billion different stitches. So I think we can have some fun with that. And but the most exciting part, look at all these bobbins. You guys, my other sewing machine had 2 bobbins, and so I just did one color at a time. I had a white one, and then I had whatever other color I would be using. I'm so excited about my new bobbins. Look at them! Oh, this is just so beautiful. It's literally so easy to justify being a crafts hoarder because look. Okay, first of all, hair. I don't know how I feel about it. I think I love it. But I have this old shirt sleeve that I cut off a shirt when I was literally 15 years old. And I have kept it. Okay, wait, look. I used the other one. The other one is this bag that I keep markers in. And for some reason, I was like, no, I need to keep the other one. I'm going to do something great with it. And look. Oh my god, he has a little collared vest. And I think, this is my stepbrother's, he wanted removable clothes. So that's a project for later today, but he's looking so good. He has a body. Okay, now that he is like a Muppet, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling much better about myself because this took like 2 hours. Like that was not that much time. So I'm not that worried about getting them all done anymore. I just need to actually lock in and do them. So the camera has different modes. This looks insane. Oh god. Anyway, these are my Muppets. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I finished him up. Obviously, hair. It's kind of, the lighting's not very good in my apartment, so I don't think I can put him on my hand without, like, he'll just look like he's on the table. I'm sure we'll see him on the hand again. I'll do them all at the end. But I made him a little white t-shirt, and I made it out of t-shirt scraps, so it should, in theory, look like a real t-shirt, like, that you'd buy at the store. I don't know why it's so overexposed. I keep trying to fix it, but, like, nothing helps. Yeah, and you can take the vest off, and he's just a darling little angel. I love all of them together. Like, it makes me so happy. And also, since I'm out of fabric and I need to buy dye, I think I'm just gonna make all the mouth plates next, because that'll be nice, because then I'll just have them and I won't have to get out the hot glue gun as much. I think that's the next step. I made the next 2 mouth plates, but I don't know if I've really shown the world how I make them. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I guess I'll walk you through it anyway. I am going to be doing my mom's next, because it's the next one that I grabbed. So, start with this. It's a piece of cardboard. It's a sparkling water box, because I have an addiction. And yeah, I just cut it into like a mouth shape. Hers is going to be a little bit of like a Kermit form, so that's why it's so pointy. Versus like this one, this is my stepmom's, this is going to be like a kind of a Fraggle Rock vibe, so it's more rounded. And then my dad wants to look like Bert, so his is like very large and round, because I feel like Bert is like a big Muppet. But yeah, this is just kind of experiment. Like this one, he wanted to be like a beaker type. Graham gave me nothing. Love him, but like gave me nothing. He said small Peter Griffin was his model, but I was like, I'm gonna make you blue. Anyway, starting with this one, and I will show you how the next step goes. So step 2, which I guess you can kind of see, is I took my tailor's chalk and I just drew like kind of a tight outline and then an outline with seam allowance, which is what I'm going to fold over so it's not really a seam. And then I took this like thick black marker that I borrowed from the post office that I work at. Not illegal theft. I'm going to bring it back. I just left it in my pocket and forgot. And so this is important because this is the center line, and so the next step is to cut out like a centimeter out of this so it closes better. And this just helps you line up the corners so it's all straight. The piece has been removed, and I also cut notches. So since this ends in a point, I did this so you can like really, I'll probably cut more out of this later honestly, but I really want that to be like a sharp angle, so that's a particular way. And then always on a round one you make that like flat, but the most important one is this. You want it to go like that, like you don't want the seam where that black line is, because you don't want it to be weak structurally at this point. You want it to be able to yap and never fall apart, even though, you know, it's made out of hot glue, so it almost certainly will fall apart, but that's beside the point. Focus, but you just glue everything down. Probably should have showed you that process, but yeah, there's your little mouth. And then I like to add, like in my other ones, I've been adding like a little heart here, or sometimes just like a tongue. I think this one, I don't know what I'll add. I'm gonna wrap all of them before I decide on like what shapes I'm putting inside everyone's mouth. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then rinse and repeat. I only have 2 left, so dope. Right, all the mouths are done. And now I can't really do anything until my next paycheck, so these are all gonna go in the box. Forgive the sweat. It's so hot in my apartment. This is not really Muppet related, but I'm on a bit of a Muppet hiatus because I haven't bought fabric dye yet because I can't bring myself to go to Michael's It'll be my first trip to Michael's since Joann's closed. I know it's a dumb reason, but like, I hate Michael's so bad. I hate Michael's. I don't want to go there, but I think it's the only place that's gonna have fabric dye. So I'm gonna show you what I'm working on in the meantime while I'm on my Muppet hiatus, because this feels like part of the project. Okay, I'm making new throw pillows for my bed, because right now I just have Squishmallows, and I think I might be too old for Squishmallows. They just don't go with the rest of my decor. And this will, because this is scrap fabric from when I made my bed sheets. And then this is my apron, which is hung up like right across from my bed. It's the same fabric. So I feel like it makes sense. But yeah, I'm making pillows. I'm gonna make 2 of them. Obviously they're shaped like fish. But yeah, that's what I'm doing while I'm on my Muppet hiatus. It's actually relevant that I bring up the Squishmallows because, sorry, I'm closing his ears. I am gonna cut these guys. I'm sorry. But, because I need the stuffing for my throw pillows. But it's okay because this is a lot of fabric I can make a Muppet out of. Same with this. Really good minky fabric that's super cute. So, I'm quite excited about that. So I actually failed to realize the depth of my craft hoarding because I was getting out my dye pot because I finally got some. And then I was like, okay. Basically all the fabric I have is polyester, and they only sell small sizes of the like natural dye, fabric dye. And so I was like, oh, I'm screwed. I'm gonna have to buy like a cotton fabric. And then I did a burn test on this green that I used for my stepbrother's Muppet, and I realized this is cotton flannel, awesome. And so I was like, okay, I'll use this to try dyeing for the first time. My stepmom wants hers to be navy blue. And so I was like, perfect, because navy blue will cover this green. And it's a pretty cool toned green, so I was like, it'll be fine. And then I'm so silly because the reverse of this fabric is white. So, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna like do yellow for this, but I think I can do, my mom's is gonna be like a lighter green, and my brother's is gonna be like a medium green, and then my other brother's is gonna be like a light medium blue. So I'm like, I can use this for all of that. And then I just have my dad wants his to be yellow, but I was thinking I have pink fabric, and then I have this yellow fabric paint that like, it's not dye, you just paint it on, from when I was trying to do batik, like wax resist dyeing. I have pink too, so if the yellow works well, then instead of dyeing my fabric, I'll just use the magenta, because I want mine to be hot pink, if I have time to make mine. Anyway, this is my dye pot, and I hope this is enough fabric. I probably won't need to use all the dye. I don't know, I have dyed fabric before. I know what I'm doing. Allegedly. Yeah, because what dye did I use last time? I used RIT. I have solid dish soap. I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. This is tonight's experiment. I'm gonna wait for a little bit later because it's really hot in my apartment and I don't want to turn the stove on yet. I want it to get a little cooler outside before I get the stove on. So yeah, okay, this is good. This is gonna work. Yeah, the end is near. It's not, but I'm working on it. Forgot to mention, here's how the fish pillows turned out. They're very darling and I love them so much. And I like to put them on my bed and make them kiss. They're so freaking cute. There are like 15 minutes left. I haven't been stirring this as frequently as I'm supposed to. I'm also trying to cook dinner right now. You'll notice it's a small kitchen. So I'm just trying not to touch it because I don't want to get dye in my food. But we'll see you in 15 minutes. It's so hot in here. Came out so much better than I thought it was gonna come out. Okay, this is the back that was white, and then the front is obviously the green was a little bit, I don't know, I'll have to see when it dries. But that was much more successful than the last time I dyed fabric. Although this did definitely shrink a lot while I had it in a pot of boiling water for half an hour. But I think I should still have enough, and if not, I have extra dye so I can re-dye it, even though I didn't measure anything, so it probably won't come out the same color. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I've developed a new strategy for making, because most of the fabric I have to work with is non-stretch, so it has to be like really molded how I want. So I made this like pinned together kind of lump of fabric, roughly the size and shape of what I wanted the head to be. And then I draped another piece of fabric over it and did like draping to figure out the darts and stuff. And this is what the result of that looks like. Oh, so whatever. It doesn't look like anything right now, but it's gonna be really good. It is turning out very well. Right now I'm making the little pockets for the stuffing, and then I'm gonna cut out the shape. I have to be careful with this fabric because I don't have all that much of it. I just have what I dyed, and I really don't want to dye more. The past week, it's really been hitting me that I have not been doing one Muppet a month. In fact, it's August, so we're 8 months into this endeavor, and I've made 3. So I'm just trying to lock in and get this one done, because I'm like, okay, if I can sit down and do this in 2 sittings, then it's only 2 sittings, and then it's 2 days a week. And then I can make a Muppet every frickin' week. Which is a great plan. Makes this documentary not very interesting to film is that anytime I'm actually locked in on making Muppets, I am literally couldn't care less about picking up this camera and filming. So I've been sitting here working for like an hour and a half on my Muppet. I made the neck too long, so I chopped it and I'm reattaching it. That's what's happening here. And my strategy is not perfect on making the back of the head not look super fucked up. And I do need to do something about that, because I just need to do something about that. It's like fine on the ones that I've made because they all have hair, but I think it's going to get to the point where some of them aren't going to have as much hair. And so I need to actually make the back of the heads look good, because I can't just cover it with a Muppet wig. So we'll see. Okay, I quit. I sewed it on upside down. So instead of making the neck shorter, I actually just tripled the length of the neck. Oh my god. I can't do this. I can do this. I can do this. Look me in the eye. You're gonna be okay. About these that's so great is that no matter how horrifying they look, as soon as you put on the eyes, it's like, that's a Muppet. It's just really beautiful. Also, arms are backwards. I don't know if I should show my family this documentary. I might have to make some severe edits, because I'm not being very kind to their Muppets. Beaded her pupils. I've sworn that I had blue dye left over, but I don't. So I made like a glob of this pink yarn that I used for my stepsister's hair, and I'm gonna put it in here in an attempt that this will dye it. We'll see. It might be horrible, it might be perfect. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this, oh, that's already just a knot. Oh my, okay, wait. Anyway, we're gonna see if this works. I'm doing laundry right now, and I'm gonna let this sit until my stuff's out of the dryer and it's folded, so like an hour-ish. And then hopefully this works. If not, we'll get creative. At what point I stopped the updates on this Muppet, but she has some clothes now, and I'm working on her hair. I'm doing her hair in a different way because I don't have as much to work with because this was dyed, which you really cannot tell in this lighting, but I swear in daylight it looks very much more blue, and I'm gonna go back over it with more paint. But since I don't have as much of it, I have to be more careful, so I'm like rooting like a perfect circle, and then I'm gonna do a ponytail and maybe give her a little bang. And I'm supplementing the yarn with embroidery floss. And this is more tedious, but I think it looks better than the glued wigs. This will probably be the only one that I do this on because the glued wigs work for the most part, but yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say something else. Oh, the next one I think I'm gonna do like not the way I've been doing it. I'm gonna do like one solid pattern piece for half the body because this is just too fucked up on the back. So, I'm sorry, girl, you might be the last one that looks like this. But the next one I'm working on is gonna be my like Kermit type that is my mom's. And there's a lot of Kermit patterns online, so we'll see how that goes. I'm starting to get frustrated because I feel like with each Muppet, I'm getting more confident and yet producing the same level of product. I need to finish her hair before, like, I can't even show the camera right now. It looks so messed up. I finished her hair and I like the style, but this pink is just not working for me, so I'm gonna try to paint over the pink. I mixed up like a bluish paint. We'll see how it works. I'm kind of scared. The fourth Muppet is done. She's looking very stylish. Her hair looks much more like harmonious with her outfit now that I've painted it. I might go in and add a couple more of the like silver strands just because I like how shiny they are. But I'm gonna wait for her hair to dry first. But yeah, okay, this turned out way better. And one more thing. I've been going a little arts and crafts crazy, and a lot of this was because I pulled out all of my like in progress projects to like evaluate because I keep being like, I want to do something, and then I start a new you know how it goes. And so I just kept track. I labeled them all. I counted them. I put them in a box. There's many of them. Those are under my bed. But originally what I was working with, I had my Muppet box just like out, kind of shaming me into actually working on it. And it wasn't actually that helpful. I did feel shame, but I was not being very productive because I was so stressed about the giant messy pile of Muppets. So I have put my finished Muppets away in a separate spot out of sight. I will check on them if I need to, and then I have put my Muppet supplies down here on this little shelf right by my door, and they're sorted by like which Muppet is which. So I think this is gonna go a lot better, and now I can get started on the next one. Muppet is going to be my mom's. As I previously mentioned, she wanted hers to be kind of a Kermit type. And so there's, as I also said previously, there's a lot of Kermit patterns online, and I've been looking at some of them, and this is going to be like a little bit of a different technique that I've been doing, but I think it's going to turn out a lot better. So hopefully I can take that with me into my future Muppets. So we are locking in on Kermit next. Okay, this looks better, but the back of the head is still messed up, which again is fine for her because she's gonna have hair. But what do I do when they don't have hair? But anyway, I need to add like a collar and build a torso. But yeah, Kermit looks good, but I don't know if it's like better than the other ones. I think it just looks more like a Muppet that's a real character versus like the nonsense I've been coming up with. I'm adding her little collar, and then I am gonna work on the body next. But I mean, that looks like Kermit. See, like, this one is not turning out bad. I'm just worried for the next ones. I'm going to riot. I keep making these dumb ass mistakes. I sewed the instead of putting the arms by her side, they're front and back. So I'm gonna go fix that. I'm like rushing out the door to go to a birthday party, but I'm about to glue everything down. I just know I'm not gonna have time once it's all glued. Look at this. That's Kermit the fucking Frog. Oh my god! Developed a new wig making technique where I cut them ahead of time to be all the same length, and then, like the pieces of yarn, and then I hot glued them down in a row, and then I sewed over, and it makes this like really clean part. So I think I'm gonna do this for the rest of this wig. Also, these are the yarns I got. I also got yarn for my brothers and my dad. But you'll see those when I get to that project. This is my work light, like, really blows out all of the footage that I take over here, but this is where I do all my work. So, yeah. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the wig. This is still going on the wig. It's going pretty well, actually. I just queued up 2.5 hours worth of music. It's 8:30, so that's 9:30, 10:30, 11. I probably won't actually make it 2.5 hours, but I'm about to just kind of lock in, and definitely gonna try to get my mom's done tonight, and I don't know, we'll see where my brain takes me if I want to start the next one. Going good, going great. It has been exactly 30 minutes since I last checked in. You guys! She's so cute. I had to chop her hair a little bit because it was too long, which I did on purpose because I knew I would probably want to cut it, but my mom has this like really blunt haircut most of the time, and so I wanted to make sure once I put it in pigtails I could do it like flat across the bottom, and it's perfect because the shortest pieces were this length, so I wasn't unnecessarily making things long. And look, it doesn't even matter that her hair's part because the back of her head looks so normal compared to the other ones. So I think doing this like down the middle situation is maybe the better way to do it. I think I'm gonna do Graham's next because his is like kind of a similar shape to Maddie's. So, but his is just bigger, but it's like very round. And I think hers turned out really good, so I'm going to kind of combine the techniques on hers and on this one, and hopefully his should be good. I'm making his out of like an old t-shirt I have, so we'll see. Yeah, because I don't think I have enough fabric actually to do my dad's, and Carter's is going to be like its own issue because he wanted to be a tree, and that's going to take a little bit more thinking from this one. So, yeah. She's so cute. I really wanted to give her eyelashes, but I don't think there's a way I can do it without making her like nightmare fuel, so I think I'm just gonna leave her like this. She's very cute. And she gets to go into the finished Muppet box. Now there's 5 in there. Who said I wasn't gonna be able to do this? No one. This is my storage situation for the finished Muppets. It's a tote bag. So in she goes. Tonight, I think I'm just gonna I started on the next one. I like cut out all the pieces that I need. I think I'm just gonna sew together the little bits and stuff them. So he's gonna be kind of a bear. So these are the ears and then the hands. And then I'm gonna get these stuff just to clear out my trash jar a little bit. Because I don't want to empty it because there's like good stuffing in there. But my white thread that actually fits in my machine just ran out, so I have to like have my thread sitting out here. Hold on, I'll show you. I put thread in, but it's really annoying because my big thing of thread doesn't fit in this thing where the cover closes. So I get to do this, and I accidentally pull it out all the time when I do this. But this is my white thread. I'm almost out of it, so I won't have to deal with this for much longer. But yeah. Getting all this done, and then I'm giving up for the night. It's like almost 10. No, it's past 10. And I don't Muppet well when I'm tired. I'm going. This really isn't so bad. I was kind of freaking out, but the Muppet Intensive has been good for me because I feel like I have it figured out now. Yeah, time got away from me while I was making this one, so it's basically done. I just have to like decorate it. These are ears. They're like little bear ears, and then he's gonna have eyes and a nose and hair and clothes, obviously, but building it from the side made the back look way better. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a lot better. And his head is so large, it used my entire trash jar full of stuff. So this has been a very good Muppet for me. Yeah, I think the next ones are gonna be a lot easier now that I figured this out. Kermit was really She was the turning point for me. And now I feel like I'm good at making Muppets. So I'm so sorry. If you're watching to the first 5 people whose Muppets I made, I'm so sorry. It was very hard to learn. Um, I tried my best. But yeah, this one's looking really good. Team, we have another Muppet done. This one, the inspiration was big head, little body. That was what I was given to work with. Yeah. He's got a little side eye happening. I like him a lot. So, into the bag you go, my friend, with the others. Okay, so I have 6 Muppets done. That's 6 out of 8, not counting mine. But really, let's say 6 out of 9 because, let's check that date. September 5th. Yeah. So I think I'll have time in the year to make my own Muppet. I'm feeling very confident now. Ignore every doubt that I've ever had. All I needed to do was lock myself in my room for, it's been a week or two and just knock out some Muppets. I mean, okay, that last one I made in literally a day. So I think I'm getting better and faster, and now that I have my supplies for all of them, I don't have to wait to get supplies in between. So my goal was to get 7 Muppets done before the end of summer, and because I only have 6 done right now, I'm deciding to count the end of summer as the autumnal equinox, which is like the 20th, 22nd, something like that, maybe the 21st even. But yeah, so my goal is to have 7 done by then. I leave on Monday for a week, so I think I'll be fine. I don't know if I'll get it done before I leave, but we'll see. Yeah. So I'm doing my dad's next because it's kind of a similar shape to the one that I just finished. And then I make my brother's, which is tree shaped. Have to figure out how to do that. That one's going to take a little bit longer, I believe. And then I get to make mine, which I'm quite excited for, even though I'm going to have to dye fabric again. I had a friend over and we were crafting together, and so I wasn't filming because it's a new friend and I didn't want to pull out the camera and record them. But I did most of my dad's Muppet. Here we go. Okay, like, yeah, he has a nose and a head and everything, and he's kind of flayed right now. But that's gonna be the vision. I think I'm gonna have to do some hand sewing here, but that's less hand sewing that I had to do with Kermit, who's over there, my friend. So yeah, I think this is good. I made like an internal sleeve so that you're not having to stick your hand in stuffing when you're operating the puppet. Also, said friend told me that there is a Denver Metro puppet enthusiasts that meets like in my neighborhood that's super close to me. And I can't go because it's on Sundays and I work Sundays. And I literally want to quit my job so I can go to puppet club, which is unemployed behavior. But I am employed. I do have a job. I just would rather make puppets, but I'm not going to quit my job. But someday I'm going to be able to, and it's going to be awesome because I'm going to be able to go to puppet club. And I keep seeing, I think my phone can hear me talking about puppet club, and so I keep getting suggested videos on like YouTube and TikTok and Instagram about puppets, and the Muppets have like a shape and a type and a way that they have to look, but I think this really might be the beginning of something beautiful because there's so many other puppets I could be making that aren't like Muppet build. They're Meppets. They're mine. They're Meppets. It's a good word, and it's my word. I was correctly afraid of getting addicted to making Muppets. That was a fear I had at the beginning of this, and it has come to fruition. I'm addicted. Previously mentioned, I have this flap situation happening, and I'm gonna have to hand sew this. I just did this with the machine. First of all, I love how just a nose and arms, like, all of a sudden that's a living creature to me. But really the emphasis of this moment is that I have to do some work on the inner sleeve, and I feel like a surgeon. I have to, like, open him up and, like, make this a little wider so, like, an adult human hand can fit through, because right now that's not the case. But it's his organs. Put those away. I have a new technique for doing the hair. The shorter hair, my wig method doesn't work as well. So I kind of just rolled it up in a ball and then glued it, but I think it looks pretty good. And then I don't know about the facial hair. I think I like it a lot. But I just need to make him clothes. I have finished my father's Muppet. It says birds like the eagles on his shirt. Hold on, let me put it on. Yeah. Frick yeah. Oh, the back of the head looks so much better than the other ones. Oh my god. I think I have to redo my stepmom's. Which means I either have to buy blue fabric or I have to buy fabric dye again and re-dye that blue. But now that I have this system, like, I feel like the first two aren't as offensive. My step-siblings, I think, are still good, even though I was still figuring it out, but something I just, like, fucked up on hers disastrously, and I feel bad because now they're all turning out like this, which is so rad, and I can't give her that bad of a Muppet. She deserves better. I had too much caffeine, it's so... I don't know, I think the way I'm gonna edit this is just... The last couple clips I was hanging out with my friend Betsy, so that's why the audio doesn't make sense. But I have been working on my brother's Muppet, and it's pretty good. It helps that I got one of my American Girl dolls from home, and I've been making her clothes, and so I've been, like, getting better at making small clothes. And so my brothers are big Always Sunny fans. If you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Camera died, but we're back. It's the next day. She's all charged up. Anyway, hi. So, does he look like Frankenstein a little bit? Yes. But I think that's okay. I think that's part of the charm. He's gonna have a beanie. Like, he's not gonna have eyes. He's gonna have, like, a beanie covering his whole head. But he looks really funny right now. I also made him a coat. I think what I was saying before was that I've been making my American Girl doll clothes, and so I've been getting better at making small clothes that I don't have patterns for. And I made him, like, a collared jacket, but because this is the one where he said he wanted to be a tree, so he's, like, kind of taller and skinnier than the other Muppets, and then I'll show you the jacket. This is the jacket. It's like a cute little brown corduroy thing. It has Velcro on it. He has a jacket because he also said, I was talking about Always Sunny too in the last clip, because he also said he wanted it to have a leather duster like Mac has, and I hate pleather. Just on a personal, I am not buying pleather. I'm so sorry to my brother. I love you, but not enough to have pleather in my house. So I'm making it out of corduroy, and then I got my paint palette out, and I'm gonna paint, like, whorls, so it looks like wood grain, so it's tree. I feel like it'll be good. Say hi to Bob. I have spent a while, sort of a disgusting amount of time, embroidering leaves, and I just have them pinned to his head right now. Right now it looks like he's got a big old bald spot, but again, beanie hat. Yeah, and so now I'm cradling him in my lap while I sew leaves into his head. I think I'm really, really onto something beautiful here. His hat turned out so good. I just need to... Hi! I'm gonna paint his hat a little bit darker so it's not the exact same color as his hair, but then he'll be done. Well, we did it. I made a Muppet for every member of my immediate family. But I'm not quite done. As previously mentioned, I've mentioned this several times now, I'm redoing my stepmom's, and I have to make mine. But technically, I have done what I set out to do, which is make one Muppet of everyone in my family for Christmas. I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased. Yeah. Still, I'm sure there's still time left in this movie. Documentary. There's time left in this documentary because I'm not done on my Muppet journey, and honestly, I want to make these of my friends too. I was correctly worried about getting addicted to making Muppets. They're just so cute. Their little hands are so sweet. Anyway, this one's so good. Like, I've come so far from my first Muppet. I'm just happy as a clam right now. Truly, I'm really just basking in the moment because this is awesome. Yeah. Okay. I have purchased new fabric and hair for my stepmom's Muppet. I think I'm just gonna make a whole new one. I might see if I can try to replace the mouth plate because I don't think I have that much brown felt left, but yeah, other than that, I'm basically just gonna make a new one because I just feel like everything is wrong, you know? Her eyes falling off too. I feel like I just killed something. That was so gruesome. Oh my goodness. I remade the base, so I literally just have to do hair and eyes because her old shirt still fit on her. Yeah, I used real, like, nice wool felt for this, and it kind of makes me wish I had used nicer fabric for all of them because it looks so good. Like, I don't think it's coming across on camera, but in person it just looks so much better than the ones that are made with other materials. It's so much better. Now I just have to make mine. I'm going fabric shopping on Wednesday for mine. I think I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby. Because I was at the secondhand arts and crafts store today, and that's where I got this blue fabric. And Joann's is dead, and Walmart doesn't have what I want, and Michael's doesn't have what I want, so I have to go to Hobby Lobby. And I'm working on mine, and I literally haven't made one of these in so long, I like forgot that I have to do it. Carried away off camera, I covered it in felt, gave her a little tongue, and then I made the like arm cover that protects your arm from the stuffing. I'm gonna try to actually film all the steps of this one because now that I know what I'm doing, it can be a guideline for others. Right? So these are the pattern pieces that go into a Muppet. This one's like the whole body, and then arms, and then mine's gonna have little bear ears like Graham's did. So you need 4 arms and 4 ears. I mean, whatever. 4 arms, and then 2 of these body pieces. And I have a slit cut here, so when the arms are stuffed, I'll stick them in there. And then this is where the mouth goes. I might need to cut it more. It always changes. I never do it right. And then you basically just sew like all the way around here. And what I'm gonna do is sew around here and then stuff them. Sew around here, stuff them, stick them all together. We're at, I stuffed them, well, sewed inside out, stuffed them, hot glued little decorations on, so ears and arms. They're so cute. Now I'm gonna put the arms in here and sew it up. So cut out this little dart, so this will help make the head more curved, and then I can stick the ears in here like how I'm gonna do the arms in here. So Put one side before I remembered that I'm trying to film every step. So now I'm sewing it from the neck down on the other side. So like the arm is in this seam, then the two pieces on top of each other, other sides, neck down, and then we'll do the mouth. But it looks sufficiently like a surgery victim. We are going to take the mouth and hot glue it into place. And I feel like I could probably figure out a way to sew this, but I love hot glue, so I'm gonna continue. You just kind of like... Okay, I might need to get a better filming angle for this part. Okay, you're on my sewing machine now. Oh, my rice is ready. Okay, so... And you have to orient it just correctly. I honestly... I don't know. You just have to do it right. I have no clue how to describe the way that I'm attaching this to itself right now. Okay, at this point I was on the phone with my older brother, so the audio is about to get really nonsensical. This is me trying to explain how when I sewed it I needed to add like a little gusset, and then these are just some shots of my... I don't know. I was trying to like film the whole process, and then I was on the phone when I was making the whole thing, and so I didn't... It just... Yeah, I added the face. It's not a tutorial, And then I added glasses, that's just cardboard and felt like put together. I think I figured out the hair. I have the outfit laid out. Denim, star patch, scarf. I have the hair pinned in place, I just need to sew it. It's like kind of a helmet head, but I think I like the helmet head. It's like a little bob, which is not what my hair looks like right now, but I feel like it's what my hair usually looks like. So we're giving her a bob. She's done! She lives. I have her clothes. I don't know if these are her permanent clothes, but I just hand sewed her hair down, and then this is just like a scrap of jean shorts that I put a little patch on. It's kind of just a tube. It's the same shape as her body. So that's a wrap. I can't believe that I finished all those Muppets in time. And now I can show you all of them before I give them away. That's a lie. I'm adding glasses to my mom's Muppet, and then I'm done. Glasses are done. I don't know if I actually explained when I did my glasses, but it's just cardboard that I color with a Sharpie, and then this is felt, and then I hot glued all together, and then it's just two little dollops of hot glue holding it onto her face. Looks kind of silly without stems, but I think stems would also look silly because it's a frog. It doesn't have ears. It's not holding anything up. So I think I'm just leaving it like this. I really hope this holds on its Christmas journey. I'm laid out on my bed right now, and it's so, oh my god, it's so legendary. Go through all the Muppets in alphabetical. I've reshot this 3 times. I can't say it. Alphabetical order. That feels fairest to me. By first name, obviously, because we're a family, so there's a lot of the same last name happening here. well, now all that's left to do is give them away. So, yeah, we'll wait for Christmas. We'll wait for Christmas, and then you will get your next Mupp date. Wink. Can't wink, its eyes don't close. Okay, see you at Christmas.